I need to stop kidding myself on that I'm not getting older and have a wee bit of a wake-up call with reality and get rid of the shitty desk setup that I had that was basically more suited to somebody a lot younger than me. So I've decided to have a bit of a mini revamp to something a wee bit more mature, and I thought I'd give you a desk setup tour. So stick around, enjoy, and let me know what you think. Right, something I've not done for a wee while actually, and I'm going to show you my latest setup. I've basically had a little mini revamp of my setup. Camera around, you'll see what it is like now. So previously I had a setup which, to be honest, is probably more aimed at somebody younger. I'm 48 now, getting on a wee bit, so I wanted something a wee bit more mature, and I decided to have a little mini revamp. So I'm just going to go over everything. And if you get any questions, if you want to know anything about my setup or how I've done anything, feel free to leave questions down below and I'll get back to you as soon as. So starting off in this corner, this is where my PC is. Previously my PC was actually over there where the speaker is. Asked a few people where they think it would be better when I showed them my setup, and there was kind of mixed response, to be honest with you, but I'm actually kind of glad I put it up there. It just gives me all this free space on my desk, and I quite like that. Don't like clutter, don't like stuff hogging my desktop, so PC's up here, out of the way. So starting off with the PC, the case is the Phanteks NV5 in white, and it's got the LED kit, the extension kit or expansion kit, whatever you want to call it, and this is this lighting you see running along the top and then down the sides and down the bottom. And I've got loads and loads of videos and all these kind of things, so if you're interested in that lighting, you can jump onto my channel and you'll find out how it's installed and so on. So components and so on, it's inside. We'll start off with the fans. I did mention this is the Phanteks NV5. I did, yes, I did. So the fans are the Lian SL120 Infinity fans, and I've got them in an exhaust configuration. That's blown out. The ones at the top are blown out through the AIO. The ones at the side here are intake coming in the way, as is the one at the bottom as well. The fans for the AIO are connected to the Galahad, Lian Galahad 2 LCD AIO, 360 AIO. I'm talking about replacing that soon. I've got an issue with this screen where it randomly flickers. It seems to be a well-known issue. It's well kind of documented online and on Reddit and stuff like that. And I'm planning to change the PC case soon, and when I do that, I actually think I'm going to change the AIO out as well. So underneath that, I have the Ryzen 7 9800X DD. Don't need to talk about that. We all know that's a powerhouse and the go-to chip for when it comes to gaming. Superb chip. That is on the Aorus, Gigabyte Aorus X870E Pro Ice motherboard. The memory you can see there is it's Crucial Pro 6400 MHz, and that is a 32 gig kit there, two 16 gig sticks, DDR5. Just below that we have the Gigabyte Aero RTX 4070 Ti Super, still going strong. It kind of pretty much runs everything I can throw at it. Sometimes you need to have some minor tweaks to get games looking their best, but more than happy with it just now, and I'm not in any rush to buy anything new for it. Here we've got a nice wee 3D printed logo. That's a few years old now. And then below that I have a sensor screen that shows you all the temperatures and so on of my system. And again, I've got a video covering how I've did this. This case was actually ideal because the distance between the glass here and the shroud for a PSU power supply was ideal for that screen to go in. The only thing I had to do was a little bit of cutting away the case at the back there so that the cables come out of the back and you can't see them, but really love that mod. Just above the PC we have some movie pictures that again I just put up today, some of my favourite films, Heat, Fight Club, and then we've got the fantastic films from Tarantino, Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. Really like those little pictures, kind of retro looking movie posters. Now onto the top we can see we have a lac shelf from IKEA, and at the top there behind the keyboards we have some RGB lighting. We've got our plants there from IKEA, the dangling plants. But the first keyboard is the Royal Kludge A72 keyboard. It's an Alice type keyboard with that ergonomic split. It's a fantastic keyboard, by the way. It's brilliant. Played about with it for a fair bit and I actually really enjoyed using it. Takes a wee bit of getting used to, but it's an unusual keyboard and I quite like it. So next to that is the RKS96, I want to say. If it's not 96, it's 98 keyboard, and again that's from Royal Cludge, another brilliant keyboard. Then next to that we have the EpoMaker RT100 Pro. That's a kind of retro looking keyboard. It's got that old like Commodore or Amiga colour into it, the grey, and I really like it because of that retro look. It does look real nice. And then next to that is the very first custom keyboard I made, and it's a keyboard Zoya GMK87. So yep, that's taking its place up there as my first custom built keyboard. And again, we've got some plants hanging out down there from IKEA. Underneath that, we also have some spotlights. And if I just grab the controller, one of the many controllers, it's quite good. Obviously you can see those LED strips I've got there as well, but depending on what you want to do, you can actually turn those little lights on instead. If you want a different kind of look, turn the LEDs off. So added those in as well. So over to the pegboard. I'm sorry, this is all kind of wobbling, trying to move stuff out of the way. Pegboards are typical pegboards you get from IKEA. Up at top left, we have the absolutely superb SteelSeries Arctis 7. These are still, to this day, absolutely superb. Like a headset, I've got no reason to replace them. Still going strong, still do what they need to do, and super comfy, and super light. Just love them. Next to that, I've got an ancient old Google Pixel C tablet. Now this thing's really is ancient, but when it came out at the time, it was a proper powerhouse. I think it was one of the first tablets that came out that had its own integrated chip from NVIDIA, and you could pretty much play anything on it at the time, and it's still going strong for what I need it for, and it's still used to this day. Below it, I've got some old Xbox controllers, and I'm actually going to swap those out. I've got some real nice new GameSir controllers that's going to take its place, apart from that one, which is my Xbox Elite 2 controller. That's going nowhere. Still an excellent controller that I'm quite happy to use. Below that, we've got some cheap crap plastic plants, again from IKEA. And then here we've got some little ducats that's got little bits and bobs in it, USB sticks. We've got some SD cards, micro SD cards and so on. Speaking of the LED strips, this took a wee bit of work getting these in. Now I know there's probably loads and loads of videos, loads of pictures of these types of strips in the wood paneling like this, but I wanted a clean look that when the lights are off you don't actually see the strips, and I ended up buying like black silicon diffused things that I got from Amazon, and it's just good when you turn the lights off. They're a wee bit more hidden rather than these white ones that you get. And all I had to do was feed the LED strips down inside of it, which was a wee bit tricky as well. And these were LED strips, again, I got from AliExpress or something like that, pretty cheap. COB type LED strips, which obviously the LEDs are really closely packed together, so you don't get that horrible spotting or the obvious gap between the LEDs. But I hope it looks nice. I mean, I think it looks superb, to be honest with you, but I'm more than happy with the outcome of that. Monitors, I've got an old monitor here. This is an Acer monitor. Can't remember the model of it, but it is a real old monitor. At the time I bought it, because it was 240 Hz, pretty fast for its, at the time when I bought it, there wasn't anything like that around. And it's only a 1080p monitor, but you can see there's a little bit of colour difference from the monitor below, and kind of, maybe it's just the angle I'm looking at it, maybe it looks a wee bit better there, but it's probably one of the things that I'd imagine I'll swap out next, to be honest with you. Then below that, we have the MSI Mag 401QR monitor, which is a 40-inch ultra-wide 1440p monitor, and it's flat screen. I actually love this monitor. For the price of it, it is superb. And again, I've got videos on this, and there seems to be quite a lot of people who's bought the monitor and been happy with it. Some folk have said that they don't like it's not curved, but I suppose it all depends on what type of gamer you are. I think people who play racing games and stuff like that would probably appreciate this more. maybe folk who play FPS games and so on, not so much, but I kind of play everything on it, and to me it just doesn't bother me that it's flat screen. Absolutely brilliant monitor. To the side of the monitor we have a kind of cheap light that I use for when I'm making videos, just to so you can see my ugly mush a bit better. Does the job. And then beside that, another new addition to my setup, and this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 4, and I'm going to start using this for doing my videos when I'm at my desk. But I also like the idea that I can just disconnect this thing from the little handle. It's just a little button that you press down there and it disconnects it, and then I can take this camera away if I ever plan to use the camera outdoors. And I do actually have a few things coming up when I'm hoping to use this camera. I've got a little trip away somewhere that I'm hoping to use it. Speakers are the Edifier MR4s. Again, brilliant speakers. Obviously a few years old now. I think the MR5s came out, and then there was these other ones. I can't quite remember the model name of them, but the Infinity speakers. I was so tempted to buy those, and just to go with the, you know, the fans that are in my case. I think it'd be a nice match, but if it's that whole thing, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So the MR4s are staying. Beside that, you can see the little hub for the Arctis 7 headset. And I love this. So as long as the Arctis 7 headset is off, it's got a pass-through and allows the sound to go through to the speakers. The minute you turn the Arctis 7 headset on, it kills the sound to the speakers and all the audio is passed through to the headset itself. I love that feature. It's absolutely brilliant. The desk itself is an EC backing. I think it's 168 centimeters long EC backing worktop from good old IKEA, and then below that we've got the Alex drawers. Just a typical setup. You've probably seen this a million times. On the back of the desk you'll see orange lighting. Again, that's just a cheap LED strip. I think it cost me about 10 quid or something. But everything, all the LED lighting, apart from the one that's at the back of the desk, is all controlled through Google Assistant. So I can turn the lights on and off up on the shelf there, and the ones on the wood panelling all on just by talking to Google or Google Assistants. What else have we got? We've got this Crystal Maze ball. I was actually a contestant in the Crystal Maze years ago. No, I'm talking shit, I wasn't. I wish I was. I absolutely loved that TV show. I don't actually know where we got that from, but it is a Crystal Maze ball. Somebody will bring that TV show back. It was really, really good. This again is another new addition. I actually won an excellent pack of controllers from GameSir, part of their 13th anniversary. I was lucky enough to win a whole bundle of controllers, but this is their top of the range one. It is the GameSir G7 Pro 8K, specifically for PC, and I just love the look of it. The artwork on it for a game which I've never played is Nioh 3, but I think it looks excellent, and it kind of goes with the whole theme. Obviously it's not white, but the black and gold goes well with the orange theme I've got on the go. Here we've got the Fine D6, their version of the like a Stream Deck from Elgato, and it does the job. Doesn't have as much features as an Elgato one, but it's got the basics for what I need it to do, and I'm more than happy with it. And you've got some nice orange RGB around it. Right, this is my keyboard at the moment that I'm using. This is my go-to keyboard from Attack Shark, and this is their 868HE Pro. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's the X68HE Pro from Attack Shark. Magnetic Hall effect switches. It's got all the bells and whistles that you could want. Individual RGB and stuff on the on the switches. Can change the actuation levels. Just a brilliant keyboard. But I've actually just bought another one from them, and that'll be coming soon, and I hope to do a video on it. And then last one on my desk is the Logitech G502X mouse. Brilliant mouse. Not the lightest of mice, but I don't like light mice, or light mouse, whatever. I quite like my mouse to have a bit of weight on it, but it's an excellent mouse. Really happy with it. The only bad thing about it is the software is utter shit. If anybody's ever had experience with Logitech Hub, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. And finally, on my desk we've got a little Batman 3D printed bust. My son's still got that 3D printer. He got that thing, must have been about 10 years ago, and it's just sitting in a cupboard doing nothing. I should really get it out and start printing more stuff off before it just gives up the ghost and doesn't work again. Last thing, under the desk here, we've got a little USB hub, and it's got a, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's got SD card reader, micro SD card reader, some USB Type A sockets, and then a USB Type C. That's hooked straight up to my PC, and I use that for transferring data and so on from SD cards and USB hubs, USB sticks and so on. Under my desk, tried my best to do some cable management. There's one cable that's hanging down, which is for the keyboard. Haven't had the chance to tidy that away yet, but I've got these cable raceways underneath the desk. Everything is tucked away inside, nothing's dangling down. And if you can see there, I have this really cool 45-degree power extension, which is excellent for plugging things into. Everything's all nicely spaced out. You can get everything in there. Really like that. And you can see the LED strips are extending all the way down just to give it a nice effect. And then I think the last thing is this thing here, which is about to be swapped out any day now. This is a little ergonomic chair that I got from Amazon. I've got to be honest, it's still to this day an absolutely brilliant chair. No wear or tear or anything on it. The mesh or anything hasn't stretched out, and I would actually highly recommend it if you're looking for something within a kind of cheap budget range. I'm due to get a Habada chair. I think, is it the E3 Ultra that I'm getting? And it should be coming next week, I imagine. Just a step up in quality, to be honest with you, and more features and functions and so on. So I'm looking forward to getting that. And I think that's about it. So as I mentioned, PC was originally in that corner. Had all these ugly kind of cheap crap like LED lines, if you want to call it that. Just thought they were a wee bit immature for me, so I've got rid of them. That space is crying out for something though, and I'm actually looking for some feedback. What do you think I should put there? I don't want any more lights. I've got enough lights. You can let me know what you think. Picture, poster, another shelf with something on top of it. Quite like those little, is it the vacuum tube type, like the clocks that you get? I quite like them. So I'm kind of toying with putting a shelf up there and sticking one of them on top of that to go with the theme, the whole orange theme. I think it'll look nice. TV was in there. That's now wall mounted over there. And the PC is up there. So that is my tour of my setup. Nearly forgot the most important thing. Saturday night, and this is a must have, cracking rum with Coke. I can't believe I nearly forgot that. That's the best part of my setup. Make sure you've got a drink tonight. Saturday night, superb. So that's it. Setup covered. Apologies about the creaky floorboards as I'm stepping back. And that's everything in my setup. I hope you liked this. As I said, any questions about anything I've done, any questions about any of the equipment, peripherals, whatever, please leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Cheers.